Hey friends, welcome to this channel. Good. Once upon a time, in a lush green meadow lived a cheerful grasshopper named Gino. Gino loved music, dancing, and singing, and doing absolutely no work. While the sun was shining, he would jump and dance with his tiny guitar, doing moonwalks and silly spins. Boo! And whenever the other little creatures asked him, "Gino, why don't you collect food for the winter?" He would stop his dance, take off his sunglasses, and reply, "I don't need any food. I have my dances and my tunes. Why work today when we can dance and play?" And then he would go back to his dancing. Meanwhile, not far from him, a colony of tiny ants worked day and night, carrying rice grains, dried leaves, and seeds to store in their underground home for the winter. One day, Ant Leader approached Gino while he was lounging in a hammock between two trees. "Gino," said Ant Leader, "winter is coming. You should start preparing for it too." "Ha ha! Winter," laughed Gino. "When the snowflakes fall, I'll simply dance and sing. Winter is far, far away. Nah, I live in the now, my friends. Today is warm and sunny. So, let me dance some more." The ants shook their heads. They knew that Gino wouldn't listen to them, so they went back to their work. And days turned to weeks. The sun got shy and hid behind clouds. The winds began to blow colder and the leaves fell off the trees one by one. But still, Gino kept dancing and singing. Dona, he had to wear a big scarf to cover his mouth and nose. And he kept saying, "Still warm enough to boogie-woogie. Could he? Just a little cold. But it's a perfect day to dance." One day it started snowing. Big white flakes fell from the sky and covered the meadow in a blanket of white. Poor Gino. His leaf hut could not protect him from the heavy, wet snow, and it collapsed with a loud crash. He huddled beneath a bush, his guitar frozen in his hand, and shivered all over. Where has the sunshine gone? I am so cold," he cried. All this time, the ants were busy in their underground home. Bay had made it cozy and warm with soft moss beds and glowing mushroom lamps. Their food stores were full, and they were laughing and playing games together. Suddenly, they heard a small knock on the entrance. "Who's there?" asked Ant Leader. "It's me, Gino," said a small voice. "Can I please come in? I'm cold and really hungry." Ant Leader opened the door and all the ants gasped. They had never seen a grasshopper shiver and look so weak. "Come in," Gino said, Ant Leader. "We won't let you freeze." The ants shared their food, and Gino felt warm and energized after eating a big chunk of bread. "Thank you, friends," he said. "You are so kind, but how can I pay you back?" "Good. You can help us with our chores," suggested an ant. And so Gino washed the dishes, danced to entertain the kids, and helped organize their food stores. He even learned to play a little tune on their tiny drums. But finally, the spring arrived. The ice melted, flowers sprouted, and the birds returned to the meadow. Good. One morning, while sipping hot tea, Gino told the ants, "My friends, next summer when the sun shines bright and the days are long, I will dance after I work. There is a time for fun and a time for work." You were right. Good. It's wise to prepare for the winter, especially when the days are warm and sunny. The ants smiled and nodded. Then, as if on cue, the sun peeked out from behind a cloud and a gentle breeze rustled through the trees. "Oh! It's a perfect day to work and dance," said Gino, and all the little creatures joined them, laughing and playing. The end.